My picture's coming through.
Hey everybody, we're live
I
with the
didn't know.
Goblin Beat. Just to prove that I'm not an alcoholic. Tonight I am drinking alcohol-free butterscotch beer by Flying Cauldron. I think it's supposed to be kind of like, Harry Potter butter beer. So for all you
And
guys
just
who've
because
been
we
out
support
there,
each other, I'm taking the flag of being an alcoholic tonight.
yeah, Brandon's drinking the alcohol tonight. He needs it for his torn meniscus. So anyway, tonight we're going to be playing a Cthulhu game, right? Hold on. What is it?
hmm
It's 1996 Arizona. We're all going to be playing. I think we're all playing FBI agents.
Yep,
All
two
of us.
special agents and a forensics specialist.
Yeah, my picture
So
didn't upload like it was supposed to.
two special agents in the who. What? So anyway, we'll find out who's. Anyways, Call of Cthulhu is the game engine,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a couple people with us tonight. We got Chris, who you can't see. Chris is
I
in the Federal Witness Relocation Program,
am.
so we had to scramble his voice, and we can't show his face. He's
Oh
not
yeah.
actually an Alabama fan. So, hey,
No,
Chris.
no, I'm not an Alabama fan. He's never actually been to Alabama.
No,
Yeah,
never, ever.
he couldn't find Alabama with both hands and a flashlight.
I really couldn't. I am going to log out of this real quick and log back in to see if it'll update my picture, so it's not just this A that you guys see when I talk.
All right, yeah,
Well,
use that fake picture we gave you. Good idea.
Yeah, all
And
right.
also joining us tonight is Brendan. Brendan is on painkillers right now, and so we don't know. We don't really know
And
what to
alcohol.
expect from him.
So
Yeah, and alcohol. So he
this
really
is a
did
social
tear his
experiment.
that wasn't a joke. He really is having some knee issues right now. He's hobbling around on crutches. They didn't have any crutches his size. They had to go out into the yard and cut down a couple of small trees and fashion them into crutches.
No, there is a story to this. I'm trying to get crutches big enough for me.
I'm sure there are. I mean, you probably had to use a couple of full-grown men as crutches for a few days. They had to just follow you around and stand underneath your arms.
with their hands
Anyway,
over their
Brandon's joining
heads.
us tonight too. And
I
Chris
almost
logged
crushed
back
my
in.
wife trying.
It's the same picture, Chris. So
Yeah, well, I tried.
at least you tried. That's fine. And then also running the game tonight is Denny.
Hey guys.
Hey.
That's a
Brandon
stage
did-
voice.
Brandon disappeared.
Oh wow, he fell
I'm
off
back.
on the floor. Oh, okay, he's all right. He's back. He's back.
Yeah, he could be doing all kinds of things. Painkillers and alcohol are an awesome mixture.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
awesome
for
in a good
sure.
way, but just awe-inspiring.
No, it's awesome in a good way.
Okay,
Don't
so
lie to
yeah,
the kids out there.
there's three characters. We're using the old roll20.net like we're wont to do.
Mhm.
You three pick your character. Feel free to change his name. There's Jeremy Sanders, who I believe is a special agent.
Yeah.
Kyle Gregham, who is a FBI forensics expert. And Randall Drummond, who is also a special agent.
I think I'll be the forensic guy.
All right, so you're Kyle Gregham. Feel free to change his name.
I'm Jeremy Sanders. I'm changing his name.
So Chris, that leaves you to be Randall Drummond. If you go to the journal tab on the right-hand side there, you'll see the characters. If you click on their names and go to character sheet, you'll see all of their pertinent data.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh. Do you know that you can just minimize and make the character sheet clear by double-clicking on the top of it?
Holy crap.
I
So
don't know
that
what
way you
you're
don't
talking
have to
about.
go back to the menu over and over again. It stays on the
Ah.
map and it's transparent.
How did
Anybody
you?
else know that?
I did not know that. That's probably one of those things they've added recently. They've added a bunch of stuff.
Yes! Discovery!
But that's pretty sweet. I put it on one of your characters, but you all have like around $5,000 in cash if that comes up for some reason. So that's like all of your savings.
We might need to bribe some CIs.
Maybe you will. Okay, so everybody has their character. Someone changed their character's name to Carl Urban.
Hey,
That's
if it looks like him.
That's pretty
Whatever
funny.
that stupid vampire movie that came out not too long ago. Looks like his character.
See, I don't even know who Carl Urban is. That's how out of touch with hitness I am. I just thought that was some random name you made up.
Pretty sure
Ace
he's an
Bones from
actor.
Star Trek, the new one.
Wait, is it? It's not Carl Urban, is it? It's Kyle. It's something else Urban.
Keith
Oh.
Urban.
No, Keith Urban's the country singer.
It's Carl Urban, but I think it's spelled with a K instead of C.
Well, this is the 1996 FBI version, so it's fine.
This is Carl Urban Sr.
Yeah, Carl Urban with a K. You're right.
Ah,
It's Aomir.
Well,
Go Aomir.
All right, so we have agents Urban, Gregham, and Drummond so far. Is that?
Yeah, I don't know how to change my agent's name, or I would. So I'm just gonna be him. That's fine.
If you have his character sheet open, you can just change it right there where it says name.
Oh, no.
Where I changed my
Top
guy's
left.
name? How come it's not showing up right?
You're gonna have to go edit the token because it already pulled in the name. That's all.
How do I edit the Oh, I see. No, I got
Just
it.
double.
I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you double click on it.
yeah, I don't have access to the token.
You should. Which one is yours?
The one on the right. The dude with the hat.
I don't know. You should. I don't know. Kyle Gregham is yours.
Yeah. Or no, Gregham is.
Chris.
No.
Dandy Rummond. Hey, don't forget to change your name, Dandy Rummond. Or I'll do it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Whatever. You're the one that has to be called that. See fuckity fuck. Okay.
Word.
All right. While you're getting to know your characters a little bit better,
Who's gonna be Kyle? Wait, Kyle Gregham. I thought he was gonna be Carl Urban. What's Kyle Gregham's name gonna be?
there's not a Kyle Gregham anymore.
He's right there.
There's a Carl Urban, Jack Weston, and Dandy Rummond.
I
I
still
got
say
it.
Carl
I got
Urban.
it.
Thanks, Matt.
There we go.
Hey, how do you change your picture down at the bottom with us in it? Like Dan's got the Goblin Beat guy, and Brian's got the ogre guy.
Just go to settings, scroll down almost to the bottom, and change video/avatar size to names only, and then you won't see the images.
Well, I want to
Also-
see the images. I want to add one to it that you guys are gonna laugh at.
I don't know. I never look at them. I always do names only.
Uh,
And
I
then
don't laugh.
and then for video plus voice, make sure you do nothing disable on those two in settings.
yeah, I got video plus voices, nothing.
All right. All right. So it's the sultry summer of 1996.
Sultry.
The Summer Olympics are going on in Atlanta right now. Lots of excitement. One thing you guys have keep your ears to the ground, as it were. You know, your FBI dudes hanging out, talking about what those new cell phone things are all about. Maybe you should get one.
They're way too
Please.
big. They'll never catch on. Just stick
Yeah.
with your beeper.
Stick with your beeper. Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely have your sweet beepers you've been assigned by the FBI right now.
Super sweet.
Super sweet.
Okay. But so you all get a beep, and you wherever you are at your homes, bar, passed out in an alley, your beeper goes off, and you see it's the number for the FBI office in Phoenix. So y'all need to go in. If,
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
I've been drinking. It's not gonna be nice.
which of you is is it Brandon, or are you playing the forensics guy?
I am.
Okay, just checking. Okay, so you other two are partners. One of you is a junior partner, one of you is senior. You can decide on your actual ages, however you want.
Senior partner, I am 34.
Okay.
I think as a senior partner in the FBI, you might be older than 34, bud.
He started right out of college. He's been there for 12 years.
I'm a dynamo.
All right.
Junior.
So y'all go in, get into the office. It's a generic brownstone, 2 levels. Looks like maybe a carpet cleaning factory or something on the outside. No telling. You get in, and the receptionist says, Agent Hobson is expecting the three of you. Please go in.
Jesus, Dandy, you smell like my grandmother's carpet.
There's a reason for
Cigarettes,
that.
brandy, and cat piss. Where you been? What have you been doing? Good
That's your
Lord, man.
I was at your grandma's house last night. What can I say?
That's amazing. She's been dead for 10 years.
I know.
That's creepy.
And she lived in the Bronx, so
I know.
it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think you've been drinking.
That's a good assumption.
Okay, you all walk in. Probably the forensics guy's already in there. He's got his. Go ahead and describe your forensics guy there, Brandon.
Basically, he's wearing mostly dark charcoal, black type colors. He has this consistent need to wear the hat that you see on his icon over there. I don't even know what to call that hat, but and he's basically like nose deep into some type of material. Looks like it's dirt of some type, trying to sift around in it, looking for something.
Okay.
Check out the squint.
And in walks. What's your character's name, Matt? Which one are you?
Jack Weston.
Jack Weston. Nice. Agent
Named after my two favorite TV spies.
Michael Weston. And
from Burn Notice. And Jack. Oh, crap. Hold on.
Jack Bauer.
Bristow. Jack Bristow
Oh, Bristow.
from Alias.
from Briscoe County, Jr.
Oh my gosh, Jack Bristow.
Jack Bristow was the only decent spy in that whole damn show. Everybody else was
wow.
a joke.
All right. So how does this guy look?
Who, Jack?
Yep.
Okay, he's got, really close cropped hair. Going a little bit gray around the temples. Prematurely, He's only 34, poor guy. Got a really strong jaw and nose, kind of Romanish. Caesarean even. Emperorish. And,
Impish?
yeah, no. And wears just a, plain dark gray suit with a black tie and silver tie clip, black shoes.
So he's pretty well
Nothing
put
really to note.
together.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, and then
all business, Jack is.
Agent Rummond is. I'm guessing he's a little bit more disheveled than the other two.
That's exactly right. His hair's kind of messy. He's wearing a tie, but it's kind of loosened, and the top button of his button-up white t-shirt button-up white shirt is unbuttoned. Not exactly ironed, not exactly polished, but he looks like he pretty much slept in his suit last night.
All right. Okay. So you walk in. Agent Hobson's behind his desk. He's banging on his keyboard on his computer, screaming about Windows 95, and hitting his giant 24-inch projection monitor, trying to make stuff happen. He looks up and says, Agent, wait, which one are you? Agent Weston. I'm glad you and your partner finally got here.
Yes, sir.
You know Special Agent Rummond? I mean, Special Agent Urban?
Don't believe we've met before, sir.
But he's a forensics expert. Say hello, Rummond. Rummond, are you drunk?
Well, not Rummond. It's the other guy. It's Urban.
I don't know. I just wanted Rummond to say hello to him because he normally doesn't talk to the forensics guys.
Hi, forensic guy.
What?
Said hi, forensic guy.
It's Dr. Urban.
Yeah, that went about as well as I thought it would. All right. Anyway, Weston, we've got an issue. Need you to go take a look at. So west of Phoenix, it's in our jurisdiction though. It's just near the southern edge of the San Carlos Indian Reservation. You ever been out there?
Went out there one time. Wasn't much to see.
There's been a string of disappearances out there all over the last month. I don't know if you've heard about it, read anything about it in the papers. The press are calling it the Devil's Highway out there at this point.
Haven't some of those actually happened on the reservation?
I think a couple of them have. Yeah, it's been a lot of people going missing, though. So yeah, some of them have been actually on the reservation.
Maybe the Indian cop's been working on that.
Now you know why I picked you for this. I mean, a guy like me, I'm like, 6 months away from my mandatory retirement. I don't need to get messed up in this and have to leave it hanging halfway if something bad goes down.
Well, we'll make sure that doesn't happen, sir. You know me.
Well, so and I've got Dr. Urban here to go with you because part of the whole reason we're saying we're going down there is to help with the FBI's ability to bring to bear forensics experts and help in that way. And our
Actually,
official...
excuse me. I remember our contract was that I do only office and lab work, no field.
I hate to tell you, buddy, but it's not a contract. You're a federal employee, you know. Yeah, those days are over. Anyway, and besides, you did put on your resume that you were willing to do up to 20% field work.
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, this will be fun.
All right, so let me go ahead and give you what I know about the situation, what I've been told so far.
Please.
The first people that went missing, and the police on site there, they're going to give you a sheet with all the information. So just don't worry about taking notes right now. Who wants to carry the giant notebook in your pocket with you anyway, right?
Right.
So the first people was an elderly couple that went missing. They were supposed to go to their son's house for dinner. They didn't show up. Their car was found on State Road 70 with a flat tire, and there was no sign of them, no sign of violence. They were just missing. At a gas station near there, on the same road, a gas attendant went missing. A couple days after that, 4 days later, a couple of guys went missing on a fishing trip near the Coolidge Dam, which is like 4 miles from the State Road 70. Their camp was abandoned. Again, no signs of violence or anything else. So the Arizona Highway Patrol and the Apache Tribal Police are kind of working together, investigating it to the best of their ability.
No.
And when they started to look further into it, they found the rental cars of 2 European couples abandoned as well, and no sign of them. And then recently, an Apache sheep farmer that lives on the reservation, along with his wife and 2 children, went missing. And that's the most recent one. At this point, both the Apache and the local state police are asking for some assistance in this. And since they could technically be considered abductions, since there's no bodies or signs of foul play, it falls under our jurisdiction, more or less. That being said, you're going to be there in an advisory capacity to kind of help with the investigation. And if for some reason it does fall under our jurisdiction later on, you'll be there and up to date and know how to take it forward.
Understood. We don't want to take a hold of a whole big bag of shit unless we have to.
No. So your liaisons there are going to be Major Frank Garrett. He's a member of the Arizona State Police. And then for the Apache Tribal Police, you're going to be meeting with Sheriff Mangus Colorados. The 2 of them have agreed to meet with you and your team for about 30 minutes to an hour tomorrow, 1 p.m.
What was the sheriff's name again?
Frank Garrett. Yeah.
No, that's the major. The other guy, the sheriff.
Oh, Mangus, Mangas. He's squinting at his computer screen. Colorados, like Colorado with an S at the end. At least that's the way they spelled it on my electronic mail, which I'm not sure how to reply to. I normally just print them off and mail them back with my replies.
So I just checked our YouTube channel, and my picture actually is the one that I want it to be on the YouTube channel. I don't know why it's not showing up here.
Okay. Woo! So glad. Such a
Really
such a
worried about
relief. Yeah. Okay. You got any more questions for me, Weston?
Any suspects?
No suspects. I think they have zero clue what's going on, which is another reason they've agreed to have some federal help.
What's the time period here? How long has this been going on?
For a month, for almost a full month. Today is what, the 30th of July, and the 27th of July was when the family disappeared, and the 4th of July was when the first couple was found missing.
So a month. No bodies.
No bodies.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 missing people. And no suspects. That got it about right?
13 missing people. Yeah.
13 missing people.
Yeah.
And is there any reason to suspect that they were murdered and not kidnapped or anything like that?
No
Uh,
bodies.
Well, I know there's no bodies, but that doesn't mean
No
that.
signs of struggle.
And no signs of emergency or violence have been found
If
either.
you'd been listening instead of trying to rub the ketchup stains off your lapel, you might have caught that.
Those
Junior.
don't look like ketchup stains. Hold still for just a moment. Let me get a toothpick.
You don't want to know
Oh,
it's.
good God. Back off, Squint. Save it for the field. All right, I think we got everything we need here for this big ball of crap, sir. Good thing
All
we're
right.
only advising.
Yep. Just take your regular SUV out there, your Yukon or whatever you want to take. No telling where you'll be driving out once you get on the reservation.
Yeah, we may need. Yeah, we'll take the four-wheel drive. For sure. All right. Get it together,
Right.
guys. Strap in tight. Get your crap. We're wheels up in 20 minutes.
And make sure you keep your pagers on you. I need to be able to get in touch with you if necessary.
Are there pager towers out there, sir?
I don't know. I've got a note here to remind all agents to take their pagers when they go out in the field. Honestly, Weston, you know I'm kind of phoning it in at this point.
Yeah, I got you.
He's got sticky notes literally over the monitor part that he should be looking at on the screen.
Any word on who's going to take over this field office when you retire, sir?
They're saying Barnett out of Dallas, but I don't know. We'll see.
All right. All right, boys. To the road. Squint, how much crap you got?
Only 3 tubs.
Okay, when you say tubs, what do you mean?
Oh, about 200 gallons each.
That's a big tub.
That's not going to fit in the car, Squint. You need to pare that down.
What?
Urban, I tell you what.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Urban. Why don't you have them take the? We got a brand new forensics trailer. Just take the trailer. It's a 10-footer.
No.
You can set it
All right.
up.
I haven't
Have
been
your own.
notified of this.
Will that work for you, Squint? Excellent. All right, we'll get the trailer, sir. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
I'll burn the place down.
All right. I ordered it with air conditioning. I'm not sure if it came with air conditioning or not, though.
Well,
It does have a generator.
for the Squint's sake, let's hope it does.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he can handle much dehydration.
Mm,
You should, just for the fun of it, you guys should look at your character sheets at your character size to see how big they are. So like 9 is average size. I know one of them is pretty beefy dude. I don't remember which one.
14.
14 is pretty big. I mean, that's like a big.
Where's size at?
It's under characteristics on the top right hand. Dr. Urban, he's a size 17. Yes, he's just a huge dude.
Dr. Squint, maybe? How do you print off
Wait,
the dang
hold
character
on.
sheets? I've been sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to get it to print off, and it won't.
Why does the name? I changed the name at the top to Jack Weston, but the name in the character sheet says Carl Urban.
Because it's
This one
not
looks like on my
connected.
sheet.
It's not connected. You just have to type that in there yourself.
Well, but no, somebody changed it to Carl Urban. This wasn't ever Carl Urban to start with. So now I'm
Uh,
confused. I don't know who this character sheet was to start with.
what? Yeah.
The name at the very top says Jack Weston, the big name, but under name it
Oh,
says Carl Urban.
right.
So I'm not Carl Urban, and this
Uh,
character never was Carl Urban, so I don't know what happened to this character sheet now,
let's see
and I don't
here.
actually even know who it belonged to. I'm guessing it's not the forensics guy since my psychology's at 30.
Uh, let's see. Looks like the Carl Urban one is the right one. Uh,
So Carl Urban accidentally changed my
yeah, because you're
name to
FBI
Carl
special
Urban.
agent. Yeah, you're FBI
All right.
special agent, so you're the right guy.
Still haven't found my name or my size.
Your size is 14. It's under
So
characteristics up there in the top right hand box. It's the
Yeah,
bottom left hand one.
we're the same size.
Yeah, so you're both
okay.
pretty big guys. You got a strength of 13, so you're pretty strong.
We both have the same strength.
What's the strength for the the squint?
10.
Oh, so he's just flabby? Is he
Or,
flabby? Is that what he is?
or you can just be really big and tall.
We prefer fluffy.
You could be like, I don't know, 6'10", 6'11".
All right. Well, I've
Hmm.
already got my bag together. I've always got my bag packed. I've actually always have 3 bags packed.
But are we spending the night?
Yeah, you should probably be prepared for that.
Can we stop by my place real quick on the way out?
Wheels up in 20.
Oh, well, it's 20 minutes away. So,
Well, that's 40 minutes to get there and back. So I guess you don't have enough time.
but it's on the way.
All right, Chris, make a luck roll. How about that?
All right, hold on.
So it's
I got
D100, and you want to be under your luck.
Yeah, I'm rolling right now. Give me just 1 second. D100. Roll.
All right, so you made it. You got a 21 out of 70. All right, so it's on the way.
You're lucky this time, Junior.
Thanks.
You're not always going to be lucky.
Yes, I am.
All right. Okay, so 20 minutes later, you guys head out. Is Dr. Urban got everything he needs? I guess he's probably pretty happy with the portable forensics
They haven't
trailer.
heard from me since I walked in the trailer, so I'm still back there
Okay, so you're bouncing around back there.
trying to hold things.
Yeah, because Agent Weston does not drive nicely, probably.
Oh no. Got like a bat out of hell.
You actually stop at Chris's crappy motel or hotel or apartment wherever he stays,
Can't really tell. It's one of those.
and you hear a thump in the back, and you're like, "Oh, there's the squint."
Hey,
This is
wanna ride in the
outrageous.
car the rest of the way? Yeah. All right. You're in the back seat.
Where's my
Just
hat?
5 minutes. I'll be right out. 5 minutes.
Yep. You got 3.
Then I'll take 10. 10 minutes.
I mean, I'm leaving in 3.
Not without the keys. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
All right.
I've got the spares.
So we'll say you get there about 8 p.m., something like that, and in time to find somewhere to stay, find a motel or something, get a few rooms. What do you think?
Yeah. One with a diner attached to it, preferably, so I don't have to go too far to find something to eat.
All right. You found that easy enough. And unless there's
The
something,
Easy Enough, huh? That's the name of the place. The Easy Enough.
yeah,
That's a
easy
good name.
enough.
The
Yeah.
Easy Enough Hotel.
Motel. It's not a hotel.
Motel.
It's easy in apostrophe of easy enough motel. As the vacancy
All right.
sign lit up when you get
We're
there.
way too far out in the country for a hotel.
Yeah. All right. Is there any extra gear that's not on your sheets that you want your characters to have? If so, go ahead and claim it now.
Is that where?
Okay.
Oh, that's weapons.
You mean what we're basically carrying with us at all times?
Yep, yeah. As far as forensic stuff goes, you're going to have most everything that you're going to need out of that
I mean,
trailer.
all I have is a gun.
Yeah. Well, we'll assume you have clothes, changes of clothes, your badge, access via ATM card or some way to your cash, that kind of thing.
So we don't need to type those in, or this is just stuff outside of those.
Yeah. I'll also assume that you have things like in the back of your truck, since you use it a lot. One of you is trained in some type of rifle, so we'll say you have one of those in the back.
Yeah, I've got a M16A2 assault rifle.
Yeah, and flashlights and road flares,
Oh,
Rope,
heavy duty
rifle too.
zip ties.
first aid kit.
Bulletproof vests.
Yeah, I gotta have a bulletproof vest.
Okay, I'll say you have 2 bulletproof vests.
All right, that's one for
Yeah,
me.
well,
One
we
for
don't
you.
we don't need one for him.
All right.
What is a Colt Delta Elite Auto?
That's
Gun.
it's a handgun.
Okay, you put down rifle. That's why I was curious.
Oh yeah, it needs to be just switch it over to handgun for your skill.
Okay.
It's probably a mistake on my part.
Do we have any other weapons in the back?
Probably a spare one of those handguns. A few hundred rounds of ammo. Be about it.
Any hand weapons?
Not unless you want to claim one of some sort.
Basically, just a
Like a knife or
Uh,
something.
the knife is basically what I was trying to think of the right term for it. Military knives they have now, but just one of those.
Survival knife.
Yeah, it's not whatever they call them now, but they're not a survival knife anymore. But you get it.
Okay. Yep. We'll see. You have a couple of those.
Where's my
Okay.
luck at? I don't see luck on here.
You don't see what?
Luck.
It's near the top. You see where it says Call of Cthulhu?
Mm-hmm.
The character sheet, and look to the left of that, and then down. There's a big box for luck.
Ah, there we go. Okay. I was gonna mark it as though I'd used it, but oh well, it's not a skill.
Yeah, that's not one that you can get better at.
Gotcha.
Not in,
Okay.
not in this edition, anyway.
Gotcha.
Okay. Excuse me. I think all of you have plus 1d4 damage bonus, so for whatever that's worth. Okay. Well, if you are all good there, we'll go ahead and say you show up at the. It's going to be at the state police's office there in town, and where's that going to be? Geronimo, I'm guessing. It's the closest city outside of the. Yeah. All right, so it's in Geronimo. We'll say that. Sure.
I mean, I would Google Maps it, but there's no Google or Google Maps yet.
That's true. I've got a tiny map here in my thing. All right, you guys get there. The state police are moving around. You can see they have boards set up with maps showing where the different abductions have taken place, things like that. And you see the sheriff's SUV. It's a Jeep of some sort for the Apache in the parking lot when you pull up. You walk in. There's a
Right.
sergeant at the front
Join the
desk.
party, boys, and Squint, you keep your mouth shut, and Junior, you too.
Oh, they're doing a good job. All right, you walk in. There's a desk sergeant sitting there. How may I help you, gentlemen?
We're here from the FBI, here to meet with Major Garrett and Sheriff Colorados.
Yep, we've been expecting you. Just follow me back this way. We got a room set up for you guys to meet in.
Excellent.
All right. Hey, well,
By the way, Chris,
Well-
you're muted, in case you didn't realize that.
So you that never mind. Then. Yes, I'll be quiet.
So everything you've just been saying, we have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
All right. You walk in and you see two men standing in there. One, obviously, Major Garrett. It's a white guy, uh, maybe in his late 40s, fairly tall, cowboy hat on, stands up and nods at you. And then the other one is an Apache, obviously the sheriff, and he also stands up and, oh, Matt, are you going robotic on me?
Am I?
Yes. Yeah, that's you.
Yes. Come arigato, Mr. Roboto. And I can sing that because they had that in '96.
Oh, yeah. You guys were listening to Prince's Party Like It's 1999 on the radio on the way up.
Vanilla Ice. No, that's too late.
Yeah. Probably a lot of grunge on the radio still.
True.
I don't think Britney Spears has gotten big yet. If so, you probably be forced to listen to that most of the way.
Hit me, baby, one
Alright,
more
hold on. I
time.
gotta fix my sound.
All right.
It
You
sounds
sound good.
fixed.
Yeah. All right. You good, Matt? Matt?
Yeah, I can't hear anything you're saying now. So
We can hear you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Gotta. I think he just disappeared. Oh, he dropped out. You just gotta go to settings. Click on settings and change your settings. Took my stapler.
Swing like stapler. They said I could listen to it at an appropriate level and then burn the place down.
I saw the scary picture of you, Chris, when I was having to log back in. I'm
Whoa.
glad that's not what's showing up.
What?
It's
All
a
right.
pretty scary picture.
All right, well, that's
Yeah,
good then.
if I robot, I have to leave the conversation and come back. It's
Yeah. All right, fair enough. All right, well, Major Garrett stands up. Good to see you, gentlemen. I'm Major Garrett. This here is Sheriff Coloradus. He puts his hand forward to Weston, assuming he's the one in charge.
yeah. I shake it firmly, but not too firmly.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I
Yeah,
understand you have a bit of a mystery on your hands.
yep, and you are?
Oh, this the guy here?
No, just all of you.
I'm sorry. I thought maybe they'd send our names in advance. I'm Jack Weston. I'm the senior officer in this FBI advisory mission. My junior partner here is Dan Rummond,
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
and
meet you.
our forensic expert here is Dr. Carl Urban.
Oh, excellent. He looks really excited about the forensic expert part. Shakes his head vigorously.
We brought one of our top of the line, fresh off the assembly line, forensic labs, portable labs with us, so
Oh, wow,
that
well,
can be of some assistance.
yeah, I wasn't too sure about you. FBI coming to help first, but sounds like you're going to be a big help.
But right now
Appreciate it.
we're just here to advise and to lend support. It's definitely your operation, your joint
Right.
operation.
Sheriff Colorado says, well, that sounds very good. We took the liberty of writing up a summary of the facts as we know them right now. He hands the sheet of paper to each of the three of you as you sit down.
Excellent.
And you should be able to see that on the table now.
Yeah, it just popped up for me.
Brief summary of facts.
And it's small, but if you click on it, obviously it enlarges.
That's what she said.
Oh,
I'd hate to
Yeah.
see the full summary of facts.
you have to double click it. No, just kidding. All right. Let's.
That's also what she said.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what she said. Let's double click it.
Gotcha.
Should we read some of this info out to the listeners at home? At least maybe the dates and names and notes.
Sure, I'll read the top part.
All right.
Brief summary of facts. An unknown person or persons is believed responsible for the disappearances of 13 people in the last month in the area of State Road 70 near the southern edge of San Carlos Indian Reservation west of Phoenix. Known disappearances are as follows. July 4th, Alan and Karen Kirtley. Car found abandoned on Route 70 to Son's house. July 6th, Felix Royos. Gas station attendant working night shift on 70. July 10th, Ed Stoltz and Chris Martin, fishermen at the reservoir near 70, camp undisturbed. July 15th, Rolf Trotnier and Frieda Oldenburg. German tourist, rental car found abandoned on 70. July 15th, Beater and Vera von Olsen, Dutch tourist, rental car found abandoned on 70. July 27th, Biguet family, 4, farm near 70 abandoned for at least a week.
I mean, is it just me, or is there something to do with it being on Highway 70?
Yep, they're calling it the Devil's Highway in the news. It's ridiculous. The sheriff kind of nods as well. It's a bit absurd.
Well, when you got 13 missing people over a month span, you got to expect the public's going to start running with that.
What sort of a radius are we looking at as far as the distance between the furthest two abductions?
They got a map over there, son.
I don't see the map.
It's to your left.
Points over to the map. Everything is within about 20 miles of each other. It's all sort of centered off of 70 there, and in the southern portion of the reservation. Sure says yes. The Begays Ranch is barely on the inside of the reservation, north of 70.
And that's the only thing that's happened on the reservation.
The gentlemen fishing at the dam were also inside of the reservation.
The vehicles that were found abandoned, are they here?
They're all three at the old impound. It's about 5 miles down the road. Free to check that out if you want. We got
I'm
all
assuming y'all have already looked into what would probably be the obvious suspects in this kind of case, short-range truckers who use 70 a lot.
Yeah, so far nobody's been in all of those places, at a good time to have been involved. Of course, a couple of them we're not sure exactly on the dates, like them foreigners.
No vagrants, a group of vagrants have been an issue in this area?
Not that I really know of, Sheriff. What do you, I mean? No, most of our troublemakers are in the northern portions of the reservation anyway, and I haven't heard anything from any of the elders about anything strange going on. I think the Begays may have made some mentions of sheep being stolen for a week or two before they disappeared, but there's a local man, Rope is his last name, who's a neighbor of theirs who could probably tell you more.
Rope?
Mm-hmm. John Rope. Other than that, yes, I did. If you want, I know you can see the map. If you'd like to get a better view, we could send up maybe the sheriff, maybe the major, and he says, "Yep, we can do that. We talked about it." I could send you up with a guy and a helicopter, and you could get a better view and see all the different places. Maybe that'd be better than looking at a map.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good start.
All right, well, we can do that. We can do that in like an hour if you want to.
All right. Well, we'll just be here going over the files then. You just let us know when you're ready.
Yeah, have them fuel up the chopper, and the pilot's already here.
I
So
want you take the Doc here down to the impound to see if he can get anything off those cars. Doc, here's the keys to the SUV. Uh, don't scratch it.
I wouldn't dream of it.
so who's gonna take him down there?
I mean, if you can guys get somebody to show him down there, they can ride with him in the SUV and give him directions. He'll need to drive down there so he can take the portable lab with him.
Dude, Chris, how many apps are you gonna add to this hangout?
I'm not trying to add apps. I was trying to find the map that everyone keeps talking about. This to the left. I was
There's
using
not.
the Google stuff.
It's not really a map. We're role playing.
Jesus. I've been looking for a map for the past 5 minutes. Like, did I miss something? What the fuck? Fudge.
Holy crap, dude! Really?
Sorry.
Brain
He,
melting.
he makes maps all the time. I figured he just made a map and it was over in one of these drives or something. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I do make maps. I actually do have a map to let you guys use later, but not yet. That's funny.
That was it wasn't so far out there of an assumption. All right. And he said to the left, so I look over to the left and there's this whole thing of bars over from the Google thing. I'm like, where is it over here? I don't see it.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Speaking of maps, did any of you guys get that map that I sent out over the weekend that I made?
I didn't see it. I'm sure if you email it to me, I've got it. I just didn't see it.
Hey, Brandon, your voice is really hard to hear again.
I think it's headsets up. Yeah,
How's that?
Yeah.
that's better.
Sorry, my wife walked in and was trying to talk to me.
No worries. Did you look at it, Brandon?
I did. Looked pretty cool.
It's pretty,
Holy
pretty.
crap. This Van Olsen guy,
Mm-hmm. Van Olsen.
I can't believe that hasn't generated more press. Retired Vice President of Petroleum Exploration, Royal Dutch Shell Corporation.
Oh yeah, it's been in the news. But I mean, it's been in national news, like this whole thing, the Devil's Highway thing, and all that. Especially when they found the 2 sets of European
This makes
abductees.
no sense. These people have nothing in common.
Maybe that's what they have in common. Maybe that was intentional from. No, I'm trying to. What, really? Maybe the fact that they have nothing in common is what they've got in common.
All right. Well, they're talking about that, Dr. Urban. They take you over to the. So, well, do you want the lieutenant that gets assigned to you says, "Well, sir, do you want to go look at the evidence locker first, or you want to go straight and look at the cars?"
Go look at the evidence locker first, Squint.
Evidence.
All right. He takes you over. So all our forensics guys have been over it already. We can give you the reports too, but there's no reason why you can't look at it.
I'm sure they did a satisfactory job. But just to be prudent, I'll take a look.
All right. So he takes you back to the evidence place. They print off a copy of, or make copies rather, of all of the reports for you to look at.
Okay.
Mostly in the evidence locker, you're looking at like fishing equipment from the guys that were fishing, personal effects that were left behind in cars and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's about it. Really, the tourists' personal property, that kind of stuff, like got passports and that sort of thing.
Okay. Nothing stand out to me?
Now, you see they've taken prints on everything, but the only prints that are there are the ones that should be there, right?
Okay. All right. If I can't see anything in the evidence locker room area that may not have been looked at close enough, I'll move on to the cars.
You can make is it a forensics roll? I think that's what it's called.
Let's see.
So most of your skills are going to be like in the boxes over there, like pre-made, but then some of
I
them
see it.
I had to
Yeah.
add.
70, 35, and 14.
Yeah, so 70% is your skill, and then 35 is half, and 14 is whatever, a quarter or something.
Okay. So 6 or
Just-
7. I made it under 70.
All right, you can check the box next to that for having used it.
Okay.
Everything, yeah, they didn't do it quite the way you would have done it, but they've done a good enough job not to get in trouble in court with it or anything, and you feel like they probably got everything there was to find there.
Okay. All right. Everything here is in order. Go ahead and take me over to the impound lot.
All right, drive over there. I should make you make a drive auto check, but I won't.
Oh, I thought he was driving me.
Well, you can. You can have him drive you, but Weston gave you the keys to the four-wheel drive.
He
Ah.
needs
If you
to
wanted to
take the
take that.
trailer with him.
Well, no, I figured you guys would park the trailer somewhere and just leave it kind of set up, plugged in with the generator running.
Okay, but it's got all the equipment in it, doesn't it, that he would need to examine the cars?
If you needed any special stuff, yeah. But you're really going to want to
My
set it up
mass
somewhere.
spectrometer.
I mean,
mess.
you could always take
My
the,
spectrometer.
Yeah.
you could always just take his kid with him.
Spectrometer?
Spectrometer, yeah. All right. You get up there to the
Spectrometer, crash
cars.
chromatography.
Go ahead and make another forensics roll.
All right.
That's
Two.
right.
Too. Wow. Yeah. So you look over those cars, and you're certain. You feel like you looked at everything there was possible to look at. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Hmm.
I mean, one of the cars smells kind of weird, but you figure they just got a little rye in there, the fisherman or something maybe.
Okay.
All right. So at that point, you probably drive back around the time they're getting ready to get into the chopper. And
All right.
so,
Head back over there.
all right, yeah, you get back in there. Weston is like knee deep in paperwork, looking at stuff at that point.
None of this
Every-
makes any sense, gentlemen.
Everything's in order with the evidence. I went over everything as careful as possible. There's nothing they missed. At least nothing that was available to find by the time we got here.
Hmm.
People don't just disappear and don't leave evidence. Especially when they're in the middle of nowhere.
Especially when there's
Unless you got
13 of
somebody-
them. Dadgummit.
Unless you got somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Any retired former law enforcement? Soldiers? FBI, CIA? Any of the alphabet people around here?
We can look up the local law enforcement guys for you. I guess you guys will have to call in to get people to look up the other stuff. You can do that. It'll be we're going to make that kind of thing a library use check. I don't think any of you have points in library use. You can all,
Well, can we just call it in, and wouldn't it be the library use check of the person we're calling?
yeah, but to make it dependent on you knowing the right people to call. If you fail it, it'll just take longer to get the information, basically.
I don't think that's a library use check then.
I've got 20%.
There's not anything more better for it. If that makes
I have
sense. And,
computer use.
and that's what the book recommends using.
The computer.
So, no, the library use.
Oh.
So that's what we're going to go with.
All right.
Oh,
We could all try our hand at 20%.
Yeah, give it a shot.
32.
so close.
Screwed the pooch on that one.
Not as bad as I did with my 69. Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Oh,
How
Matt
about
got.
9.
Good job,
All
Pops.
right. All right, you can check that. It'll go up next time. And why don't you all go ahead and give yourself 30 in library use anyway? That way it's... If we're going to use it that way to be able to get information, from other agencies and stuff, then you should be at least somewhat adept at it.
Let's see. So actually, when we miss, we check the skill, correct?
No,
No.
when you get it,
When you
When you
succeed.
hit it. Okay.
yeah. When you are successful. And then at the end of the adventure, for everyone that's checked, you go and roll. And then if you fail it, it goes up by a D10. All right. So that way, the lower the skill is, the easier it is to make it go up
Hmm.
at the end of an adventure. Okay, you boys ready to ride in a helicopter?
Yeah. So are we just gonna be waiting to hear back?
So with your 9, yep, you got through to Agent Hobson, your special agent in charge. He said there's no retired FBI, but he'll put in a call and see if there's any other alphabet soup guys in the area.
Yeah. Yeah. See if there's anybody. I mean, honestly, this smells like Langley to me. So if there's somebody there you can talk to. I feel like
Yeah,
that's probably the best option.
got a couple connections that aren't dead or retired yet.
Good. Good.
Probably some.
Oh, by the way, if you
Number
check the box on that sheet,
Hmm.
it doesn't stay checked. As soon as you close it and open it back up again, the check mark's gone.
What? You might want to put that in your notes then, of the
Yeah, I
character.
did. Yeah, I wrote it down in my notes. That's why I was just letting everybody know.
Do your notes and stuff down below, do those stick? Because you can just write it in those.
Let me check and see.
You got like personal description, traits, and assets and all that. That might not have stuck because I think I checked it on yours, so we may have both done it.
I've checked it a couple of times now and closed it out and come back
Oh,
in. So I tried it
okay.
several times.
Okay, good. All right, who else going?
Under personal
Are
description.
you actually closing it out, or are you just double clicking it to minimize it?
Closing it out.
Okay, who else going to go? There's room for all 3 of you to go up in the chopper if you want to.
Yeah, might as well.
Let's all go.
Yeah, I make that decision, but it's the decision I'm making. Yeah, we're all going.
All right, Dr. Urban, it's a tight fit. You have to, your knees are at your ears sitting in there to be able to fit in there, but you still make it in. They give you a pair of binoculars. Everybody, is there any of you who would have ridden in a helicopter before, you think?
I'm sure I have.
Yeah. All right. Well, those of you who haven't, why don't you make a con times 5 roll to see how you take it.
How do we know if we have or haven't?
You haven't.
Yeah, I did not pass that.
All right. So you're woozy. This is scary.
Okay, I just got to roll.
Oh.
We'll put you you'll be at a -10 to any rolls you make while you're up here.
Yay.
Roll 24 and I only needed an 85, so I'm good to go.
All right. Okay. So yeah. So Dr. Urban's looking a little woozy, probably because he's so squished up over there in his tiny chair.
Ah, it smells like sex and shame.
I smell sex.
The pilot just laughs.
Oh, Weston, is that you?
Quite honestly, Doc, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait a minute, which one's Chris? Weston or Drummond?
Chris is Drummond, or
Oh, I meant Drummond.
probably is. The pilot takes a little whiff and just nods back at you. Mm-hmm.
Yes, he always smells like this.
Like teen spirit. What?
Okay, so you guys are in the air, flying around, and the guy starts pointing out the different areas where different things were found. As you go over, you can see everything is pretty close to the highway itself, right? Within, like, the furthest thing from the highway is probably the Begay family's home. Either that or the dam where the guys were fishing. But both of those are still, within a few miles. The ranch is how far off the road here? I'm sure it says in there somewhere, but it's not far. A few miles at most, yeah. Everybody make a spot hidden check while you're looking around, flying around up there.
Let's see, spot hidden. I found some desert.
I made mine.
All right, you can check that off.
I also made mine.
Okay, so Weston, as you're flying around, you see something glint in the sun, and about the same time you see it catch Rumman's eye as well.
I motioned to the pilot. What's that down there? I'm assuming we have radio communications. It's probably loud in here.
Yeah, you all have headsets on. Yep.
Oh, oh.
He looks over. I don't know. We can go down there and check if you want to.
Yeah, take us down.
Okay.
Hand me those
Found-
binoculars there, Doc.
There. Oh.
It doesn't sound too good.
Yeah, he sounds awful. Hey, Doc, can you keep it grunting to a minimum?
Mm-hmm.
Or he found somewhere to land about 300 or 400 yards away from the glint you guys saw. You can still see it looks white. It's about 5 foot by 6 foot long, kind of shiny. You land.
Oh, well, I've got binoculars.
Yeah, you still can't tell what it is. It's metal. It's a piece of metal, like a large sheet painted white.
Any airplanes gone missing in this area lately? I say to the airplane or to the helicopter pilot.
No, not that have been reported as of yet.
Not any lightweight single passenger planes, nothing like that.
No, like I said, none that have been reported. Now, if somebody was flying crop dusters on the Indian Reserve, they may not have told anybody if they crashed it.
You got a lot of those.
A fair few. I wouldn't say a lot. He puts
Any
the
weather
helicopter
balloons,
down.
anything like that.
He puts the helicopter down and the engines start to wind down. I'm going to go ahead and call in, let them know what we're doing.
All right, you stay here. We're gonna head over and check it out.
All right.
Doc, grab your satchel or whatever you brought with you.
Oh, got it. Oh, get me out of this thing.
Yeah.
Solid ground. You're good.
Yeah, you're feeling much better as soon as your feet touch the ground. Yeah.
Drummond, I can barely hear you. What are you saying?
Sweet Mother Jesus.
Drummond, speak up.
What? Said he should be better now that his feet are on the ground, but then
I can still
Yeah.
barely hear you.
I can hear him fine.
All right. Well, I can't adjust my settings.
I've been
because-
wondering why I've been talking to you for the past 10 minutes and you haven't acknowledged me once. I just thought you were playing your character.
Yeah. Is that any better? I turned him up a little bit, Matt.
Say something, Chris.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's a little better. It's good
All right.
enough.
All right.
All right, let's go check it out. Drummond, make sure you got your safety off this time.
My gun's already out, man. I'm pointing.
That's
Safety.
not necessary. There's not even anybody here.
That's,
Wild jackrabbits.
yes.
They
Yeah.
both have the armored bulletproof vest, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, we did not bring our bulletproof vest with us.
No.
They're
No, nobody.
We're going
Oh,
for
I
a
thought you kept it with
helicopter
you. Okay, never mind. I'm still standing behind you guys, walking behind you.
ride. Well, he's definitely in front if he has his gun drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, you start walking up there. Make another spot hidden roll, starting with
Close.
Chris. I'll have Chris do it first since he's in the front.
Booyah!
Rolled a 1.
That's a 1.
Whoa. Okay.
If it's out there, I saw it.
Ooh, I rolled a 100, so we just balanced each other out.
Oh my gosh. All right.
You're looking the other direction.
Weston goes temporarily blind.
Apparently what I'm doing is I'm looking behind us.
Right. All right. So with your 1, Drummond, you man alive. I'll just tell you everything, I guess. Right. You get about 15 away, and you see animal tracks all around this piece of metal.
Okay.
You're not sure what kind. You can point them out to the other guys, or you can try to make a natural science roll to know what they are.
Let's see if I've got natural science. Natural. I don't think I've got natural science.
I mean, I cannot hear him at all.
So I'll point it out to the other guys because I don't see natural science as far as one of my things that I can do.
Okay. It's natural world, I guess, on this character sheet.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
only
I don't have
10%.
that skill.
I mean, I'll roll it, but it's only got a 10% chance of hitting it.
All
But
right.
I will point it out to them though.
All right.
No.
Yeah, I don't come up with
No.
anything.
Let's see. I have it, and I did not pass. I had a 40.
80 out of 40.
So none
Right.
of us know what kind of tracks these are.
Make a. I guess assuming at least one of you guys is from this area, you can make just a common knowledge roll. That's your
Who has the
no.
highest common knowledge?
That's your no skill.
No, K-N-O-W.
Yeah.
I have a 90.
Well, you're not from around here for sure. I'd say it's probably Drummond.
I'm looking for my skill. There it is. I've got a 85, it looks like. Yeah, 85. So, let's roll. 12. All right.
Okay. You would guess that those are probably coyote tracks.
Looks like it might be coyotes.
Wonder why I brought them over here.
Well,
Maybe the big shiny piece of metal.
Well, they typically don't like shiny things. That would scare them off. So it had to have been some sort of either maybe the piece of metal hit a rabbit or some other kind of food source.
How big is this piece of metal?
You get over there. Weston, make an idea check.
All right. That's not on the regular list. Where's the idea at?
It is.
It's over on the far
Oh, I
right-hand
see.
side list.
All
the
right.
added ones, yeah.
Gotcha.
Dude, you're super smart.
40.
You've got an intelligence of 18. No wonder they recruited you. Okay, yeah, you've got a.
18?
Yeah, he's got an intelligence of 18.
Dang.
All right, you've got an idea. You know what it is. You feel like you should go tap on it with your knuckles though first to make sure.
Right. Rap, rap, rap.
Yeah, that's the top of a car, and it's buried.
All right.
Well, that may lead me to think that there's people inside that car.
And it's loose desert, dirt, sand kind of mixture. And as you get around there, you see all the coyote or whatever tracks, and it looks like whatever it is dug up this part of the car, like it was originally buried completely.
Hey, forensic guy.
Yeah, there's probably
Don't-
bodies in there.
Yeah,
So,
don't disturb the scene. Go check it out.
All right, I got my kit. I'm kind of
Yeah.
taking a quick look around, make sure there's nothing else that's going to
Did anybody bring a camera?
pop out. I'd have one with my kit.
Yeah, he has one.
All right, I'll
I
take
radio
pictures.
back to the helicopter.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Major Garrett know that he's going to need a full crime scene unit out here, and possibly some heavy digging equipment. We've got
Yeah,
a car buried in the sand.
Yes, sir. I'll do it right away.
Tell him to get over here as quick as he possibly can.
It shouldn't take long. We're only about 10 miles from the office.
10
Okay. All right. So in about 30 minutes, you have about there's 4 guys from the sheriff's department there because you're right on the border. You're not on the Indian reservation, but you're right on the border between the two. And then you have about 20 state police, state trooper guys out there. They have it taped off, and they're digging the car out.
Drummond here recognized some coyote tracks, so I'm thinking that we might find some bodies in there. It looks like the coyotes were the things that dug it out from underneath the sand. It was probably completely buried.
Yeah, there's not even telling how old this car is. It could have been here for years.
So we're probably going to need to also add to that list of people to look into anybody around here who owns any heavy earth-moving equipment.
Yeah, I mean, like they're digging it out with shovels pretty fast. Like the dirt is so loose, but
But to get it down there,
yeah, the sheriff
a lot harder.
says, yeah, I mean, you could do this by hand, but it would take, if it was one guy, it would take forever by hand. So I think you're right. Press that down. Takes them around 30 minutes to get it cleared off enough that you can see there's definitely body in there. Everybody turn once they get it all cleared out. They turn and look at the forensics guy. Well, they turn and look at the three of you. You guys want to look at it first? Have the forensics guy look at it, or
Yeah,
I'm putting my
have,
gloves on and walking toward it.
Take the camera and taking pictures over his shoulder of the crime scene and all that stuff.
I'm taking
Okay.
care to not disturb anything prior to actually checking it out first, like the door handle. What can I see
Alright.
before opening the door?
You can see there's a guy in there. He's in the driver's seat, kind of hunched over, so you can't really make out much about him other than that. There's not really any dirt in there. The windows were rolled up when it was buried.
Okay, what year of car is it?
It is a late model. It's like a 92, 93.
Okay. It could have been longer than about 4 years. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and see if the door will unlatch.
I'll
Yeah,
walk
so
around to the back and see if there's a tag on it and see if it's got a recent sticker.
yeah, all right. As you're doing that, you open the door, Dr. Urban, and the body slides over, and I need you to make a sand check.
A what?
Sanity check.
Oh, great. Me going insane again. Let's see. Where's my sanity at again?
I think you're already the least sane of the three. If that makes you feel better.
Let's see. I have temporary. I have sanity 60, 12, and 99.
Yes, a 60 is your current sanity.
Okay, so I gotta roll under a 60.
Yep, 60 or under.
63. You gotta be kidding me. Can you only
Nice.
go a little bit insane?
Well, it's not bad. You lose 1 point of sanity. It freaks you out. You definitely weren't expecting this exactly. It opens up and it's extremely ripe in there. The body slides over. The body slides over and just entrails are just pouring out of his chest cavity and stomach area. It's,
What is
it's,
Matt doing? Look at this.
it's highly disturbing. What is what?
He's got a magnifying glass. He's holding it up to his camera.
Oh, went look at it all. Weird.
Nice. Oh. So the body, does it fall out of the car or just slides toward the passenger seat?
Well, I need you to make a Constitution check again. What's your con?
13.
13. It's going to be at a 35. You have a 35% chance of succeeding.
I hope you understand that I can't roll anything below a 60. 18. Whew.
Oh, all right. You managed to hold your vomit down. It tries to come up. And like,
Almost became the worst forensic guy in the world. Can't hold his stomach or anything.
Just start yesterday. I mean,
Yeah.
what's going on, man?
this
Most
is
of my
like
work is done in theory.
yeah. This is the most ripe dead body smell. I mean, like they've had you smell dead bodies and stuff before, but this dude has been baking for a while,
You're upside down now.
for weeks probably.
Ugh. So,
Okay.
any
All right.
any signs like insect development, maggots, or anything that can give me an idea how long it's been here?
Yep, you can make a forensics or medicine roll, either one.
Let's
Hey,
see.
start-
Drummond, can you
Forensic is better.
taste that out here, man? I got a
Yes.
bad taste in my
Yeah.
mouth. Like,
Forensics.
Yeah, Chris, you're looking at the tag in the back and you smell
I
it.
got
Like
it.
this. You're like, oof.
Oof.
like aluminum and ash, man.
All right, you
I
can
got the
check.
forensic roll.
Smells of psychosphere.
You can check that if you haven't already.
Yeah, I already did.
All right. You would estimate he's been here more than a month, but less than 2 months. So like 4 to 6 weeks, somewhere in that range.
Pass that on to the guys behind me.
First,
And Chris,
And I start checking a little farther in
yeah,
on
Chris.
Yep.
In the back, you see he's got a Houston, Texas license plate, and it is current.
We got a current tag, Houston, Texas.
All right.
my
Hey,
squint's telling me this is 4 to
Ruben.
6 weeks ago, so this is going to be longer than anybody else that you found so far. So I think you've got a new number one.
Sheriff just shakes his head. Oh, this is not getting better.
Weston. I
it
can
is
reach
better.
the
Good body.
trunk release. You want to open it?
Yeah,
I'll open it.
Major.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yep, go ahead. You also see that when he slides forward, he's still got a wallet in his back pocket as well.
I take it out and
Snag
hand
that
it
wallet
over.
while you're in there. All right, I've got gloves on, obviously, so I open the wallet while he's opening the trunk for Drummond. You might want to
All right,
stand back, Drummond.
I am, and I got the camera ready to start taking pictures.
All right. The license plate identifies him as Kenneth Braverman of Houston, Texas. You open up the trunk, and it's mostly empty. There's jumper cables, stuff to change a flat. That's about it.
All right.
There's well, actually, there is a police issued Houston Police Department issued Kevlar vest in the back,
Hmm.
and you see like some shooting range targets and stuff kind of in
Check
there.
with Houston PD and see if either A, they're missing a vest, or B, they're missing a cop,
Or see both.
or both.
I'm gonna start checking the rest of the reachable parts of the body, the pockets, stuff like that. See if I can find anything else on this guy.
Okay.
Does the driver's license confirm Kenneth Braverman?
Yeah, the driver's license is Kenneth Braverman. Yeah.
Okay. Anything
That's where you
else
got.
in the wallet?
You see like his gun range card, and he does have a like a police department ID in there as well.
Yep, he's a police.
You see, there's a couple of pictures in there. There's a picture of him with his wife and kids, two kids.
Family man, too.
Damn. Well, he probably has his weapon somewhere close to him. Is that on his body?
Um,
Do we notice any like gunshots in the inside of the car or around the outside?
you can go ahead and make forensics rolls for that, or you can make a medicine roll, Brandon.
Medicine. My medicine is actually a 41. My forensics is 70.
Make a medicine roll if you're looking at his body, though, or anatomy or something. If there's another one.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out.
99. I did not get it.
All
Well,
right.
hold on. Why is it adding up? Is it adding up?
No, you just
Okay.
rolled a 9.
I can't tell enough with the body being here on the cause of death. We gotta get this guy into a lab for me to be able to find out.
All right, well, let's let the sheriff and the major finish up the regular crime scene stuff they need to check off the list, and then we can
All right.
get the body back to the lab.
At this point, I guess the ME is probably there. So the ME is there. He offers to take a look at the body, and he needs to go ahead and officially declare it dead anyway, I guess.
Okay, go ahead. He's on to do that. I'll check the back seat and the passenger seats and the glove compartment and console.
All right. He looks at it for a couple minutes and comes back, and he leans back out and said, "Hey, Doctor, what's your name? Urban. So how long did you say you thought probably been dead? About 5 weeks?
A month to 2 months.
Yeah. All right. I'd probably say about 5 weeks. Did you notice? He waves you back over there, right into the nose of the stench again.
hmm
So did you notice? So he's been split along the abdomen, but there's almost no blood. Not nowhere near as much as you would expect. There's none on the seats or anything else. Seems
Just
unusual.
entrails.
Seems unusual, right?
Where's the split is down the
It's like from the sternum down to around the belly button or so.
does it look like his chest expanded outward?
No, it looks like all of his intestines just kind of spilled out from the hole that was made. That's what it mainly looks like.
Is it possible that he was placed here after that happened to him?
Yeah, I would say so. Or someone drained the blood out of him first before they killed him, or while he was here. It's bizarre.
Sheriff, I don't want to be insensitive, but
But also, wait, look at this. He waves you back over there. He's got organs missing.
Which ones do you see?
His both of his lungs have been removed. He
Lungs.
like pulls open the cavity a little bit, and lets you look in there.
Heart's still there.
Yeah, heart's still there.
Liver.
Heart, liver, looks like it's there. We'll need to get it back to the ME's office to get a better look at it.
This
See if anything else.
This wasn't done by a wild animal at all. Wild animal wouldn't have passed up heart, liver. The lungs are the only thing that were gone. Did I find anything else in the car, Danny?
Nope, you can make another forensics roll, though,
Okay.
as your
I
case in
got it.
place.
40.
All right. You do see places where fingerprints are, and you get two distinct sets of fingerprints.
Okay.
Just like quick glancing over like the fingers on the guy, you think one of them is his set.
Okay. Well, I was trying to figure out if the this officer was armed, or if he went into this unarmed.
He has no sidearm on him. He's no weapons that you see in there in the car.
Weston, this
Most
guy doesn't have
information about-
his weapon with him. He wasn't expecting
So
whatever
information
happened.
about the body being relayed to the rest of us.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm
All right,
saying
I'm
that
gonna
didn't find his weapon on him.
try to use my persuade and go talk to Sheriff Coloradus. And
Right.
what I'm trying to get to is whether or not this, without being insensitive, whether or not this could be some sort of misguided ritual thing, killing somebody, taking their lungs, that kind of thing.
All right.
And I succeeded. So I'm basically just like, so Sheriff, I'm sure you might be expecting a question like this, and I apologize. I don't mean to be insensitive. I don't know enough about your people to know what to ask and what not to ask, to be honest. But as far as a man with missing lungs buried in the middle of the desert, is there any kind of extreme belief amongst your people that would lead to some sort of ritual killing like this?
No, I appreciate your concern, but no, that nothing that would be tied to any of our beliefs in any case. It
Good.
looks like the work of a sick mind to me. It could as easily be Apache as not, but
Excellent.
no.
Just had to rule it out.
Sure. Well, Sheriff says, well, you want me to call in this Braverman fella? You guys want to go back and with me? We can call it in, see if anybody in the Houston
Yeah, we
PD
need to
knows.
find out why he was here.
All right.
One other thing, Denny, I'm checking the cut that goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a clean cut, like it was done by a surgical instrument, or was it jagged, like it was ripped or torn by something that wasn't as sharp? Can I tell that?
Yeah, you can tell. It looks like it was done with some type of knife. Maybe, probably not surgical, but fairly sharp. Maybe a sharp pocket knife or something like that.
Doc, while we're going in to call in to find out more about this guy, why don't you accompany the medical examiner?
Agreed.
All right. So we'll split it there. You guys want to call the Houston PD first? Do that one
Yeah.
first. Okay. So you basically go back into the conference room, and the sheriff, dials him up on speakerphone. After you guys, when you mention the name Braverman, you get sent directly to the captain there. So after a couple of minutes, you go back and forth, and you get him. This is Captain Oberman. Here, is this somewhere near Phoenix?
Yeah, we're out in Arizona. We're near we're on Highway 70 near the, what's the name? San Carlos Indian Reservation.
Okay.
This is
And
Special Agent Weston. I'm here with Special Agent Drummond, Major
sir.
Frank Garrett of the Arizona Highway Police, and Sheriff Mangus Coloradus of the Apache Police for the San Carlos Indian Reservation.
And I
We've got
understand
a
that
couple
you.
of questions about one of your officers.
Yeah, I understand you found Kenneth.
Well, we have some questions. I wouldn't have told. I would have
Oh.
never told him that we found the
Oh.
body.
Oh.
So
I understand this is about Kenneth. One of
yeah,
our
Kenneth
officers.
Braverman. Is he an active member of your force out there?
He is. He's currently a suspect in an ongoing investigation.
In the Houston area?
Yes.
What can you tell us about that investigation?
Well, like I said, it's ongoing. He was suspected in a series of killings here in Houston of prostitutes, and he disappeared. He and his wife disappeared A little over 5 weeks ago, maybe 6 weeks ago.
Did they have any
Uh,
kids?
I've had 2 kids. He appears that, or we suspect that he murdered them. They were found dead in their home, but his wife's body has not been found or recovered. Uh, we so we don't know where she or he currently are.
Well, you can call off the search for him. He's dead.
What?
Yeah, we
How
found
did
his
he
body
die?
out here in the desert. We're still looking into that.
Can you tell me the state of his body? Like what were
So he
the?
went missing 5 weeks ago.
Mhm.
He's been dead
Well,
about that long.
well, it's about 6 weeks ago. Yeah.
So it
Uh,
sounds like he booked it out here and got himself killed.
huh. Well, I guess I can. Sounds like it may be a federal investigation at this point, if it's crosses state lines anyway. So I'll go ahead and tell you the children were partially cannibalized and their bodies were drained of blood.
One's missing.
Sheriff, we're gonna need you to send us all the information. If you can fax it over to the local police department, they'll give you the fax number.
So you're saying Elaine? What about Elaine? Was there any sign of her? That's his wife.
No sign of anybody else. Right now, we have 2 sets of fingerprints in the car. We've identified one as the victim. We don't know who the second set belongs to yet.
Well, if you can have the second set sent over, we can compare it directly to Elaine's and see if that is in fact her.
We'll do that.
I'll fax you everything we have along with pictures of the family. I assume you identified him by his license or
Yeah, we've got his
identification.
license and his car.
So we suspected that that he kidnapped her, killed the children, kidnapped her, and ran because we were getting close to him on the prostitute killings. I don't know though. If she's missing, maybe she killed him in self-defense and made a run for it. Maybe
Or
she was
maybe,
involved.
or
Definitely not
maybe,
self-defense, but were the prostitutes cannibalized?
Yeah, they're similar to the way the children were found. Yes.
Any
Blood.
specific organs missing?
No, they're just partially cannibalized in each case, and
Like they've been just gnawed on,
yeah, different organs, liver, heart, lungs.
like
Um,
still there, just chewed up, or
removed with a knife and missing.
uh, we had a little of each, honestly. Blood was drained from all of the victims.
Where did you find their bodies?
Well, the children were in their home, and the prostitutes were found on the streets for the most part, a couple of motels.
No attempts to hide the bodies.
Some of them, yeah. Once we started catching on to it, though, we started finding body parts all over town.
How do you mean catching on to it?
Well, once the first couple showed up and they had similar injuries.
so what tipped you off to it being this cop?
We had information from eyewitnesses that had seen a man fitting his description entering motels or being seen with the prostitutes before their murders.
But any forensic evidence?
We did eventually find some DNA, but the tests haven't come through yet, of course.
This thing takes weeks.
Yeah, Danny, I put the microphone on mute real quick and
All
say,
right.
I don't know if you're thinking about this or not, but what if it was the wife
Well, yeah.
and he was covering for her?
About that. But
And I turn it back on.
Well,
all right. Well, Captain, what was your last name again? I'm sorry, I don't think I caught it.
Oberman. Yeah, if you'll just send those fingerprints to our office, and I'll fax everything we have along with a copy of her prints too. Just
All right, sounds good. We'll do that, and if anything else comes up, you let us know.
will do.
All right, Drummond, I need you to stay on top of this for a minute. I'm gonna have to go call the office and let them know that this is ours now.
No problem.
All right, and we'll switch over to the medical examiner's office. And they've got the body on the slab for you already, and
All
the
right.
Emmy's looking over it. Well, what do you think, Doctor? He's got it opened up, and you can see that the lungs were definitely cut out, probably with a sharp knife, similar to the way the body was cut open.
Mm-hmm. So the only organ that removed was the lungs.
Yep.
So
And you can make a medicine roll, probably.
okay. Medicine over forensic.
Yeah, for this, just because you're examining the body.
Okay. Dang it. 69.
Trying to give you more chances to get that skill checked off.
I can't.
All right.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, I don't think there's anything other than like chemistry that's higher, but that wouldn't count biology.
Yeah, biology would work. Have you got biology?
I do.
You can roll that.
64.
You have to have a 70 in a skill for it to be useful for you.
Physics. That could work, right? Occult.
Mm,
I have occult in 25.
yeah, well, okay. So he finally just mentions that you think he was trying to get you to say something about it. It looks like the lungs were taken post-mortem to me. Would you agree with that assessment?
Everything I see here, I can't argue against it. I'm still turned around from that helo ride.
Yeah, I did that one time. Will not do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely trying to go through the possibilities of why somebody would have just removed the lungs and leave the body. This isn't your normal method of people just stealing an organ for the black market, so there's definitely something else at work here.
Yeah, you can make an idea roll.
Idea roll.
Yeah.
Let's see. 65. I roll 66 and I'll throw something. 29. All right.
All right. You think with the blood being removed from the body, the lungs are, the lungs and the heart and the liver are the ones that have the most blood in them, and the lungs are the largest. So maybe it was just because they wanted to get, more stuff with blood in it, maybe.
Maybe. But then you leave the liver and the heart. After examining the, do I find anything after examining the other organs?
Everything else looks to be, I mean, nothing's intact, right? Because the
Yeah.
intestines are spilled out all over the place. There's trauma to them in several places.
Okay. Can I
But you
find
can't.
cause of death?
It's either blood loss or the injury, but you think it's blood loss, exsanguination.
All right.
You can make a medicine roll to be sure on that if you want to. 72. No.
You need to call it something else, but we'll have a code word for it. Anytime you say medicine, it's going to do that. All right, what else? Do we have anything else that we pulled out of the car as evidence that I can pull information from?
That's
Like,
pretty much it.
where he had been recently, if there was somebody, like, was there items in the car showing there was somebody else with him prior to this moment?
You find some receipts for like snacks and things like that. Make a forensics roll.
Okay. Made it on the right on it, 70.
All right. From the amount of snacks and stuff that were being bought, you would imagine that there was probably two people in the car, and then from the timestamps and the locations on the receipts from the gas, looks like they drove basically straight west here from Houston.
Okay, so the receipts is actually probably going to give us a closer day to the time of death.
Yep.
All right.
That's pretty much it from that.
All right, we can probably go ahead and call in the coroner at this point.
All right. Sounds good. Then he starts to scrub out and I'm gonna get home early for dinner tonight.
You're a stronger man than I am if you can still think of dinner at this point.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cook steak. Got it all prepared. He walks out. All right.
I'm taking notice of that flak jacket that we had caught, that we had for the evidence.
Yeah,
I'm no,
you gonna
just
wear
double
it?
check it. Well, I'm gonna wear it. Yeah, that'd be pretty sick at the moment. But I'm just kind of looking at it and seeing if it had been used recently.
Okay. All right. Well, while you're doing that, we'll go to Weston while he's calling into home base. Talk to Agent Hobson. All right. Matt, it takes a few rings, but you have to try him at home. But eventually, you get Agent Hobson on the horn.
Hello,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. What is it, Weston? You guys get it solved already?
No, sir. We've got a new body, which is actually the first body, and it makes it our case, sir.
How's that?
The body's from Houston. Police officer that they were investigating for several murders in the Houston area. Looks like apparently he fled. We found his body here, buried along with his car in the sand. He was also killed. His wife is still missing. So
The killer wife?
maybe the problem is they connected him to the murders in Houston because of eyewitnesses who saw him with the prostitutes.
I
So
got a husband and wife act gone bad, maybe?
it's the only thing I can think of right now that even remotely makes sense. But I mean, sir, we've got whole families here that were killed without any signs of struggle.
So you found how many bodies have you
After,
found?
well, that's true, just the one. But we've got all these missing people with no signs of struggle.
Yeah.
The
What about him?
bodies in Houston were being found.
Right. Well, what about him? Is any signs of struggle?
Well, he was sliced open from sternum to crotch and his lungs removed,
But yeah, but
but
it was
no defensive wounds.
drugged maybe?
I don't think that fits. I don't know. I don't know what it is right
Drugged,
now, sir.
gassed. It's got to be something. I mean, if you try to cut me open, I'm gonna fight back a little. I've known you for a while, but still.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Well, we're waiting to hear back from the ME. There, he's examining the body right now,
Hmm.
along with the doctor you sent with us.
All right. Well,
I don't know if you wanted to get a full team out here or not. I don't know that this is connected to the missing people around here or not. It would seem like an awful coincidence if it wasn't, but I've got nothing definite at this point that the missing people out here don't fit the pattern with the murders in Houston right now.
right. Well, do you got any other more leads to track down? Anything else to look at?
We're going to look into people who might have heavy earth moving equipment. This car was completely buried. Um, pretty much pretty unlikely that was done by hand without any kind of equipment.
Hmm.
Um,
Is there any more locations you can look at, or
oh yeah, we haven't been out to any of the sites of the missing people yet at all. This was something we just happened to spot when we were up in the heli,
oh,
kind of overlooking the area.
how'd you find it?
I just saw something shiny in the middle of the desert that didn't belong.
Hmm. And none of those locals could find it, huh? Go figure.
Yeah, apparently it looked like it had been dug up by some coyotes. They were after
Oh,
the body.
oh, weird. So it was buried. Well, I say, did you look at the cars? There were some cars, right?
Yeah, the doc said there was nothing on the cars that hadn't already been found, nothing on any of the evidence in the evidence locker that hadn't already been found. We got another
I'm
set
not
of fingerprints in the car. We sent those over to Houston to see if they could match them to the wife or anybody else involved in those killings.
sure.
They're
I don't know.
sending us all their files now.
It doesn't sound like you could really use any extra manpower right now. Why don't you just go look at the other places tomorrow and see if you get anything else out of it. We'll go from
Will
there.
do. Yeah, right now, I mean, all these missing people would have happened after the car was buried. This guy's been dead 5, 6 weeks. So
So we're
if
talking
it's
very beginning of
connected,
July.
if it's connected, it would have been the wife by herself, and I don't see how that's possible.
Yeah, it's a lot of people for one lady. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's a big lady. Maybe she's. Do we know anything about her background?
Nothing yet. It's all being faxed over.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Let me know. Keep me up to date. I appreciate the job you're doing there already. Is Ramen doing okay?
Yeah, surprisingly well, actually. He may have some hope.
All right. How about Urban? It's his first time in the field. Is he freaked out any?
Yeah, he was pretty freaked out when he found the body, but that's understandable. It was a pretty grisly scene, and
Sure.
nearly puked in the heli. But other than that, he seems to be doing all right.
All right. Well, don't get yourself killed, and I'll talk to you probably tomorrow sometime. You can let me know once you hear back from Houston.
All right, sir. And although it may be a moot point at this juncture, let me know if there's any ex-alphabet soup out here hanging around.
Yep. I got a couple calls back on the negative, but I mean the ones from the CIA. I don't know if you can trust those or not, right?
Probably
But
not.
so far everything's come back with a firm negative. No ex anybody out here.
All
No
right,
one
sounds good.
anyway. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye, Weston.
All right, sir.
Okay. And at that point, probably Dr. Urban, you finished looking at everything. You didn't find anything else of interest. You're back at the police headquarters.
Any drugs or anything
Nothing.
in the
But
body?
we did find enough receipts, giving us a better idea of the time
Hold
of
on, hold
death.
on. Are you telling me this man was cut open from jingly bits to neck, and he
Yes.
wasn't drugged,
Nothing
and
that
there's
we could
no
find.
sign of struggle, no defensive wounds, no nothing?
Nothing that showed up.
Well, a
So what do you do?
toxicology
Just
report's going to take a couple weeks, though, on that, right?
Uh, we can
that was
make a
the man.
forensics check,
Come on.
somebody, or a chemistry check. You got chemistry?
I do. 51. 49.
All right. With your 49, you know, a lot of stuff like that, with it having been 5 weeks, you may not be able to find it in a toxicology report at this point. It may not show up.
Yeah. Basically, the body was completely drained of blood. We didn't have any of it in the car, so this isn't something where the organ was stolen to be sold later. This was something that someone found very high importance with the blood in the organ, or I don't know. It just sounds like something that's a cult to me.
So it seems kind of ritualistic to you.
Yeah, I can't find an argument against it at the moment. But usually I just don't understand why the heart wasn't taken and the lungs were. But we do know that there was somebody else in the car with them.
Yeah, we sent the second set of fingerprints off to Houston to see if it's any connection to the murder investigation they had out there. Apparently, your dead body there was the chief suspect in a series of grisly cannibalistic murders of prostitutes and
Hmm.
eventually his own children.
So
But looks
So,
like
like,
maybe the wife is
Tex-
missing too, and
Texas Jack the Ripper? Really?
something like that.
Yeah.
so basically, we had a wife and a husband who were on the run, and now we have the wife who is either missing or still on the run
Or dead.
or dead. If
Yeah,
she
but
was
from
out
this,
in the desert, there's no telling if she would have been able to survive or not. And then finding that body.
How?
Well,
How
if she either she was the person helping or behind the murders in Houston, or there's a third party that we don't yet know about.
how far away from the road was the car?
it was a couple hundred yards, not far.
Hmm.
It could have been driven to that point and then
Okay,
covered up.
gotcha.
What was our most recent victim, Danny? Like, how recent was that?
The Begay family was 4 days ago that they were noticed that they were found to be missing at least. And at that point, the house had been abandoned for about a week.
So
So I
right now
don't.
we don't even have any solid proof that these things, to your point, are connected. I mean, they could be two completely separate things.
They could be.
Hey, Danny,
True.
I'm gonna go look over at the map and
Mhm.
put a pinpoint where we found the car,
Okay.
and then get an idea how that relates to the spots for the other sites for the other victims.
All right, it's pretty close. It looks like they generally moved kind of west along 70, like from outside of the reservation to inside, with the Begay Ranch probably being just about the furthest one north and west.
So Danny, did they bounce back and forth around 70, or was it a constant line going down 70?
It was, yeah, they're pretty much, well, they don't know the order, right, on several of those. But if you use the buried car as the easternmost point, it is the easternmost point, and everything else is west of that, north and west, because 70 runs northwest.
So was the most recent one the furthest north and west?
Possibly. Um, Probably from the time frames that you guys have, because that was the Big A family, and that was probably around July 20th. And
Okay.
the two cars were found abandoned from the tourists on the 15th.
Who the hell takes their time to meander a few miles down a highway over a month
Somebody on foot?
abducting people? Hmm?
Somebody on foot?
Or somebody that has to keep going farther and farther out to find what they're looking for before they can come back.
Hmm.
Where, if you were going, if we could actually determine a home base, for lack of a better word, where would we find a center point with these if somebody
Uh,
was returning back and forth?
yeah, you can't really find one. I mean, it would probably be the center of the activity so far has probably been that ranch. I've got a map. I just haven't shown it to you guys yet because it's got some stuff I don't want you to see. But it's okay. I'll just cover up the top part of this map and a couple other places. Okay. So, so I don't know how well you can see that.
Gotcha.
Uh, the bottom left-hand corner down there, you can see it says buried car. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see the ranch is listed there, and then the lake with the dam where the guys were found is on the other side of 70, but it's further into the reservation. And then so the cars were found all along there. Some people were found at the lake or near the lake, is where their campground was, and then the ranch, which is over there.
And you
I think we
said the
need to take
most
a look at this
recent
ranch.
would be found up in the northwest corner, up above, outside the
Uh,
reservoir.
no, the ranch is the most recent one.
Okay.
I think we need to go over this ranch and take a look.
I
Yeah.
think I may need to go to bed.
Yeah, it's dark at this point, anyway.
No, I mean like literally.
Oh yeah, me too. But it is dark. It's like it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock at 9 p.m., something like that. So you guys can hit the good enough diner,
Yeah.
whatever it was
Tuck
called.
in
Is that
and tuck in.
yeah,
Tuck it in. What?
The easy enough.
easy enough. That's right.
But it'd be funny if the diner was called the good enough.
Yeah, it's the easy enough motel and the good enough diner.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
It used to be called the good stuff diner, but they changed it to good enough.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so we'll stop there. We're probably halfway through.
Really? We don't know shit.
Yeah, but we're still about halfway through the adventure. Yeah,
We
you
know
guys.
nothing.
You guys have all the um, disconnected pieces, and like the next day, they'll probably all start to fit together. So
Hey, look, I made a weapon. It's a clothespin
Ooh.
with a push pin in it.
If you had some duct tape, it would be a shiv.
Yeah.
If you guys ever get a chance to look at a website called King of Random,
Mm-hmm.
it teaches you how to make like a little um, toothpick launcher with a clothespin.
Okay.
It's actually pretty awesome if you take a look at it.
Sounds
So
good.
just kingofrandom.com,
King of Random.
but kingofrandom.com.
I think so. You might want to just Google King of Random.
All right, gotcha.
All right. Well, thanks to anybody who watches this. We appreciate you watching us. Hope you had a good
Thanks,
time.
everybody.
Yep, y'all have a fantastic evening.
Good night.
And thank you, gentlemen, for playing this game with me.
Thank you, Danny.
It's good
Thank you,
times.
Matt.
Good times, good times.
Thank you, Chris.
Goodbye, everyone in internet land.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Chinese people.
Nighttime.
Night.
Bye.